What's wrong?
That didn't work. The house is setting on fire, look. Look, the house is setting on fire.
What? Why are you putting fire inside the house? Fire inside a wooden house.
I didn't. I had the stone at the bottom. It was underneath the stone.
Dogs are dying.
Fuck.
Fucking dogs burning alive.
Sega Mega Drive. Got one? Now you can get Mega CD. Clunk, click, take a trip on 500 megabytes. Whoa!
Time for some retro bollocks. And today we are dealing with some big bollocks. Not just small bollocks, these are big bollocks because I have been buying some stuff. So the first game up then, we're going with a Sega Mega Drive classic. Another movie game. I'm going to give you a massive clue. Massive clue. He's so handsome. He's really, really handsome. Look at him. Look how handsome he is. That's a clue. It's a really easy clue. But this is the game I'm talking about. Predator 2 for the Sega Mega Drive. Predator. I mean, if you've not played this game, it is a hidden gem. Top-down shooter. Very much like Mercs and Rambo 3 and all them. You'd never got this on the SNES. The SNES were like for kids' SNES. It was a bit too violent. Whereas on the Mega Drive, they didn't give a shit, did they? But I loved this game as a kid, so I thought, yeah, we've got to get it. The classic there, Danny Glover. He plays the Los Angeles cop. Pussy face. Up there then with the first game of the Retro Bollocks, Predator 2. Released in 1992 and an amazing little top-down shooter. I liked it. You'll like it, trust me. So yeah, we've got some new arrivals there, look, new arrivals. Back when Mortal Kombat came out, it just smashed everything. I mean, Street Fighter was always the dominant force on the SNES. And then obviously Mortal Kombat came on all platforms and it just sort of wiped Street Fighter out, even though Street Fighter is a classic. But what did SNES do and the Nintendo team? They thought, well, we can't just leave it like that, we've got to punch back. So they did, with this gem of a game. Killer Instinct. Killer Instinct's on the Super Nintendo. This is a good little beat 'em up. It pushed like the Nintendo graphics to the limit when you punch them off the rooftops and they fall and it's all 3D. It was like groundbreaking stuff in its time. It'll probably look really shit now. But Combo, do you remember Combo? The boxer? He was a good one, wasn't he? Don't wait in endless arcade lines to play Killer Instinct. Come to Super NES with action, graphics and sound that annihilates all other combat games. Well, I won't say it annihilates all other combat games, but it was a good effort from the SNES, wasn't it? Killer Instinct was another little spontaneous purchase that I made. Look at this. It's like he's just look at the packaging on it though. It's like he's just thought, oh, fuck you, you know. It's probably he just packed it like he just didn't give a shit. But what's funny is he probably packed it like this because he was so disappointed that I got it for dirt cheap. Now these fetch online at the moment, to say it's a retro machine, fetches up to 400 quid to get one of these machines. You might pick one up cheapish for, you know, 250 or whatever, or you might be like me and tactically buy it for £160. It's one of the most expensive machines out there at the moment, and that is because the games are quite rare, they're quite sought after, and there's a lot of collectors. But I'm talking about the Mega CD.
Break! Sega Mega Drive. Got one? Now you can get Mega CD. Clunk, click, take a trip on 500 megabytes. Whoa! It plays your music CDs and it comes with 7 games. And now?
So there we are, that's a Sega Mega CD. And these are getting really sought after now. You check them out on eBay, look how much they are. I'll pop you down there. Pop you there, mate. Welcome to the retro family. Right, yeah, so when I sold my Mega CD, I sold it along with the greatest game ever made, and I know why I sold it, because at the time it was worth £500, and I thought, wow, it's my pride and joy, but can I really part with it? And I thought, yeah, okay, I'm gonna do it. So I put it on eBay and I sold it for £580, and it got me out of a sticky hole, you know, back in the student days. And I regretted it ever since, and I was just always sort of. So what my mission is now is I'm going to try and make enough money to buy it back. But the problem is that the game I'm talking about is now worth. You might be able to get it for £580, but it's pushing now up to £1,000 to £800. It's a lot of money to spend on the game, but I'm determined to get it back. And that game is Snatcher. Snatcher is, for me, being a Cyberpunk fan, as you can probably tell, it is one of the best games ever, in my opinion. It's one of the best RPG games, and you know, the story, you know, the action in it, the characters, the dialogue in it, everything is just a work of mastery. It's a masterpiece of a game. So I'm determined to get it back, and that's my mission. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to sell bits and pieces and just try and put a little pot together so that I can one day just say, there you go, take me 500 quid, and it'd be money well spent. He were like really giddy on messages, oh great mate, okay, yeah, I'll pay for it straight away, and he paid for it. Anyway, I went down to the post office and there, and woman's like at counter, I said, yeah, that's it, you just send this, yeah, recorded delivery, and I give it, and she's like, go on then, let go, let go of it then, just fucking take it, just take it then. Yeah, it was just heartbreaking, but I had to do it, and yeah, it got me out of a sticky hole back in the day. But I do deeply regret it. It's one of my life regrets when it comes to gaming, is getting rid of my copy of Snatcher. But what about Snatcher then? Snatcher is a Cyberpunk, but obviously based on Blade Runner, in the sense that there's Snatchers, which are androids going around, and you've got to basically hunt them down like a Blade Runner, which are called junkers, and you've got to dispatch them and kill them. But it was just such an engrossing game. I'm not going to cry about Snatcher any longer. It's one of these episodes. One day you will see me holding that game again. Right, yes, so I thought to myself, if I'm going to buy a Mega CD, I want to have, I don't want to be like restricted to just the standard games. I want to be able to play all the games. So I've bought, but it hasn't arrived yet, a special emulator, this one here, which will allow me to play any region Sega CD games on the Mega CD. So I can play Japanese games, American games, and then it gives me a bit more of a scope on all these different titles that I can get my hands on. So, I got some bargains, which are also worth a fortune. The first thing I got was another classic that I really loved, and that was Road Avenger. You know, if you're gonna own a Sega Mega CD, you've got to have Road Avenger, haven't you? But this is another really cool game. You've decided war on a vicious gang. Now it's you and your car against an army of outlaws in this exciting cinematic adventure. Short and to the point. It is really. I just remember it is a cool game. I remember the music at the beginning. It's like, who knows how to hide? Have to hide on the road. Road Avenger. It's just it's one of the, basically it's guy on his honeymoon in his car at the beginning with that tune playing, and then this gang of outlaws come in these cars and ran me off the road, and your wife dies at side of the road. So then you get your leather gloves on, get in your car, and you fucking go after them. But yeah, I think I've sold you Road Avenger. Right, so then I got the American versions of these that are worth a fortune, but I got them cheap. This is another classic beat 'em up. Final Fight. Final Fight is very much like Streets of Rage. It's a really, really good one, and it's got some genius acting at the beginning, I remember. Story is the big guy in his braces, his daughter gets kidnapped by these bad guys, so he's there with braces and fucking... and yes, look, when the Mad Gear gang, the Mad Gear, is around, you know laws are being broken. Enter the good guys, Hagger, that's him with braces on, Cody and Guy, with killer roundhouse kicks, back fists, uppercuts and body slams, all raging in the coolest CD quality tunes. When the going gets tough, grab a pipe, knife or sword and take a slice out of crime. Final Fight, fucking brilliant. Final Fight there for the American version for 22 quid. Can't go wrong, can you? For 22 quid, Final Fight. So then, yeah, the last game then that came also from the same seller, another American game, another. This was like, I remember this being in the news. Night Trap. Over 1.5 hours of real video. It says here, Night Trap is the first CD title with continuous full motion video and audio. It plays like a movie with hours of awesome gameplay. It was on the news. They were like complaining about it. I think it was Mary Whitehouse or something, you know, in Britain. Used to complain about everything. You know, kids shouldn't be exposed to this. She was right though, because look at society now. She was complaining, it were all over the news, and that you know, girls getting mutilated in this video game, it should be banned, and they were going on about Night Trap. But it is one of those classics. It's, what year did it come out? So yeah, digital, yeah, 1992 this was. Again, another 1992. But Night Trap, I thought, yeah, we'll get Night Trap. So yeah, that's it for the Retro Bollocks. It's just a short one, but yeah, I've been busy buying shit, and yeah, so I thought, do you know what? I'm just gonna get drunk and buy shit. So that's what I did. I got drunk and bought shit, and then the following day, my car suspension broke, which always seems to happen. Spend a bit of money, then need some money. That's life, isn't it? What's that fucking nice? What's that nice? What's that nice?